Hey everybody, it's George Wooden again from BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising, a North American charity fundraising leader in a one-stop shop, convenient setting. Spit that out. Check out our website. Everybody knows I love to do this. www.bwunlimited.com, bwunlimited.com. Check it out. I love doing that part. Everybody knows me for that part. Okay, so today's charity tip of the day is something I had a conversation recently with our graphic designer, Bob Lynch. Super Bob, that's what I like to call him. Probably one of the best graphic designers I ever met. That's right, shout out to you. He's the guy behind all the great flyers that we do, right? So I said to Bob, we were talking about the fact that I see clients out there not following the direction that I give them. And saying, I don't get it. I don't understand why I give them direction. They hire us. I give them direction on what's going to sell their event. And then they go do their own thing. And they're not listening. What do you think I should do? How do you think I should approach this? He said, George, simply put, tell them you're trying to help them and to save them from the mistakes you've made. Oh my God, have I made so many mistakes. So literally, he hit the nail right on the head. Let me tell you a little story. In a land far, a long time ago, in a land far, far away, about 25 years, 30 years ago, myself and my wife got our start being a volunteer for a group called the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. You know what the Rocky Mountain Elk is? It's a 900-pound animal with horns like gargantuan horns. They don't live anywhere near here. They're in Montana, Colorado, New Mexico, Idaho, places out in the western United States on the other side of the free world. This is friggin' Maryland. There's no elk here. What happened was, a buddy of mine asked me if I wanted to go to a banquet. Well, that's their term for a fundraiser. So I went, and there were only 50 people there. And I thought, 50 people? There should be a lot more people here. Why aren't there more people? So he said, hey, you want to be on the committee? I said, sure. So I went and I watched what they were doing. Well, eventually, I stepped up and I said, let me be the chairperson. So the first thing I did was I realized this is a big state. There's people who like to hunt, fish, love to camp, love the outdoors. We need to advertise to them. So how do we advertise to them when we're going to lead with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation? People here don't give a rat's ass about an elk in Montana. They don't care. In fact, they don't even know what it is. Let me give you a crazy story. This is God's honest truth. We went and set up a booth at a local Bass Pro Shops. If you don't know what Bass Pro Shops is, either you're living under a rock or it is a monster. It's like the Home Depot or Lowe's of hunting and fishing. Huge place. They had this thing called the Great Elk Tour, which was all these trophy elk heads. Sorry if you don't like it, but all these trophy elk heads from all these monster record book elk that people have taken over the years. Well, a man walked over to me and said, hey, I got a question for you. I said, sure. He said, how long does it take a whitetail, swear to God, this is a true story, right hand to God. How long does it take a white-tailed deer? Do you guys know what a whitetail is? It's a regular deer that everybody sees running around. How long does it take a white-tailed deer to grow into that? I said, about 9 million years. He had no clue what an elk was. He'd never seen an elk. There's no elk around here. In fact, the last damn time I raised this curtain this morning and looked out on my lawn, there was no elk out grazing on the grass in my lawn. They're not here. So, believe it or not, we grew. I came in and I started advertising because I knew that nobody here knew what an elk was and they weren't going to be attracted to it. So we grew. I started advertising this fundraiser for the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation as a major outdoor event. This huge outdoor event. Guess what? 730 people. They did $99,100 net. That means profit. $99,100 net. Swear to God, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. Basically, almost $100,000 for an animal that doesn't even exist here. Well, my mistake was, initially I was advertising as a fundraiser for the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, but then I learned, make it about the event. Make it about the event. People want to come to this event to win stuff, to have good food, to win stuff. Let me say it again: to win stuff, and to get stuff that they regularly don't. They want to be around the other people, and I learned from that. That was my mistakes. I learned that I've got to advertise the event, make it about the event, less about the charity. How many times have you heard me say that? Make it about the event, less about the charity. And that's why we gathered 730 people in a room. They made $100,000 net for an animal that doesn't even exist here. Now, that's the first thing. So I capitalized on that. Then the second thing I learned over the years that just regular flyers don't really gather anybody's attention. Like when you go to the Piggly Wiggly or the store or line, food line or whatever, hanging a flyer in there that says, hey, fundraiser, because the Elk Foundation used to do this. Hey, fundraiser, this, that, the other, come with a big elk head on it. Come. I learned that doesn't work. It's a waste of time. Handmade flyers, just the information in that, and talking about the charity, you're alone. Let me ask you guys this. If you're a charity and you're advertising your charity and you held a seminar and you said, hey, we're going to have a seminar today with some free refreshments, how many people would show up? None? That's what everybody says. Nobody. Very rarely. However, I learned that a very colorful, very eye-popping flyer will gather people's attention, and that's why all of our flyers are very, very, very eye-catching. The third thing is, I learned that trying to advertise to people who your crowd does not know, for instance, buying an ad on Facebook, trying to gather people's attention is not going to do it. What you got to do is you got to grow a big committee. Elk Foundation, I had 100 and some people on the committee. They went out and sold tickets, hand sold tickets. That's the way tickets are going to be sold. They're going to be hand sell tickets. Give them all a table. That's how we got 700 people for an animal that didn't exist here. They go out and sell tables. I learned by trial and error. I learned from my mistakes. I don't want you, as a client or a charity out there, to do something that I have done. I have made those mistakes. All those things you think are the right way, like perfect example, going out and getting donations. Donations are the king. I've learned that that's not the way to go. Truly, I've learned that. And that's why now, how I know what I know. Trial and error. I've made the mistakes, talking about the cause, the charity. Let's just say, this is a perfect example. Let's just say I have a Mastiff. Or let's just say you're the University of Georgia. Perfect example. Let's talk about these guys. University of Georgia. I got clients out there who listen to a T to what I'm telling you. Like the great guys down in Augusta for the Brothers in Blue Bash. Augusta, their event is October 26th. They've listened, and I hope Pat Cullen and the guys out there, comment below, please. They've listened to every single thing I've told them to do. Every single thing, they followed it, and their event is ridiculous. It's already sold out, 800 people. Their event is October 26th. They didn't go off the path and start doing what they wanted to do. They listened to what I told them to do, and now it's going crazy. This is easier to make than people think. The Road Dog Rumble, same thing, blowout. The Endless Summer Bash, another one in Georgia, blowout. Big attendance. So, going back, I've learned from the donations. Donations are going to bring me money. I learned from advertisement. Advertisement, talking about the charity is not going to bring me money. Let's say this. Let's say I have a Mastiff. You guys, if you follow me enough, you know that I have a Mastiff named Ozzy. Big, 250, 25-pound, huge dog. This is the Mastiff Foundation. I come out and I say, we're the Mastiff Foundation. All you people out there who love the Mastiffs, love Mastiffs. If you love us, if you love dogs or whatever, please support us. What happens is there's 90 million Mastiffs. Well, let's say you're the janitors. You help janitors. I'm trying to put this in terms of people. You love janitors. Come help all the janitors in the country by coming to please support us. Well, there's 90 million janitors out there. 90 million janitor charities out there. People are going to pick one. I mean, especially if you're in a field where there's a lot of competition, and we'll say police, fire, EMS, veterans, and you come out, you want them to support you. Remember, there's 104 million charities in the United States. You got to get them there to the event, so that you then can teach them. It's called selling mission. You can then teach them about your charity and how great your charity is. So, in summary, I'm trying to help you because I'm trying to help you from making the same exact mistakes I made. One, talking about the charity. No, talk about the event. Create an event, everybody will want to come. Two, hanging your flyers have got to be extraordinary. Three, Don't waste your time on donations. Get donations, but use them correctly. I'm trying to help you by diverting you around the mistakes I've made and teaching you ways that were helpful to me. That's it. That's your charity tip for today. Thanks a lot. I'm George from BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising, your charity fundraising one-stop shop. If you got time, you're bored or whatever, I don't really care. If you got time, go check out our website. Like us on Facebook where this video is. On Instagram, everything else. Like us on Facebook and tell everybody about us. And that way we can help charities, your charity, and everybody charities across the United States. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time at BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising, your charity fundraising one-stop shop. See you. Bye.